Opening scene. Ominous music plays softly in the background, setting a dark and mysterious tone. The screen fades from black to a dimly lit image of an abandoned house, snow falling gently outside. The camera zooms in slowly on a flickering porch light as footsteps crunch through the snow, but no figure is visible. It was a cold December night in Utah, when a young mother vanished without a trace. What started as a simple disappearance would soon spiral into a chilling nightmare, a story of secrets, lies, and unimaginable tragedy. Susan Powell was a 28-year-old mother of two living in West Valley City, Utah. She seemed to have a perfect life, a devoted mother, a caring wife. But on December 6, 2009, everything changed. That morning, Susan didn't show up to work. Concerned, her friends and family tried to reach her, but there was no response. Calls went unanswered, texts unread. By evening, her worried colleagues contacted the police. Police arrived at the Powell home, but it was eerily quiet. Inside, they found Susan's purse, her wallet, and her car. Nothing seemed disturbed. But there was no sign of Susan, and no sign of her husband Josh or their two young boys. It wasn't until hours later that Josh finally returned, but his explanation was strange. Josh, calmly, "I took the boys camping in the middle of the night. We left around midnight and went out to the desert, camping, in the middle of a freezing December night, with two young children," a story that immediately raised red flags for investigators. But Josh insisted that was all he knew. Days passed. Search teams scoured the nearby mountains and deserts, but Susan was nowhere to be found. Friends and family began to grow increasingly suspicious of Josh, describing their marriage as troubled. Susan had been unhappy, and just a few months earlier she had even written a secret will. "If I die, it may not be an accident, even if it looks like one." In that note, Susan expressed fear for her life, claiming that Josh had threatened her, that their relationship was deteriorating, and she felt trapped. She wrote, "He's gotten away with so much. What's stopping him from killing me?"
I had nothing to do with it. Susan is missing, but I loved her. I don't know where she is.
While Josh claimed innocence, his behavior grew more and more erratic. He refused to cooperate fully with police, avoided interviews, and abruptly moved to Washington State with the children, far from the ongoing investigation. For months, the case went cold. No new evidence, no arrests. But behind the scenes, authorities were uncovering disturbing details about Josh Powell's past, details that painted a much darker picture. Josh wasn't the only one hiding secrets. His father, Stephen Powell, would later be arrested on charges of child pornography and voyeurism, further entangling the Powell family in a web of disturbing truths. As more details emerged, the fear grew that Susan's disappearance wasn't an accident, but a calculated, sinister act. But the darkest chapter in this story was yet to unfold, a chapter that would shatter the lives of everyone involved. In the end, the answers to Susan's disappearance would come at an unimaginable cost.